What's but a smile on that face? What's but a smile on that face? What's but a smile on that face?
Almost free of glitches. Almost. Welcome to Rise of Eve. Rezi, hello there. Welcome to Rise of Eve 1.2. As we bring in our characters, we have Puma, who is playing Hal, a veteran from the corporate wars who has suffered some shell shock in the past and the loss of his arm. who is the driver for a senator's daughter, who is known as Princess amongst this group. A senator whose house has recently been bombed by, as the media has you believe, terrorists against his proposal of the controversial Racial Purity Act, which was to establish the stop of genetic manipulation of humans and the control of psychic individuals known as Zeeks, of which his daughter is one now, and he was doing his best to keep that quiet and keep her out of the public's eye. Next, we have Renset, who, if I'm trying to find my button, there we go. Renset here with his beautiful self-portrait. Paint me like your French women. All right, he is actually playing Mr. Smith, who is a bodyguard to Crow, childhood friend of Princess, and he is a friend of Hal. That's how he met the group of people. He is an android bodyguard. We'll just stay with that. And then next paints me like one of those French cats. And then we have make sure I get the button. There we go. Boom. Then we basically have it backwards. We just skip. Oops, sorry. Well, we'll leave Ellie up there, but we're turning them off now. God dang it. There we go. We have Vit Rabbit. Vit Rabbit is playing Princess, the daughter of said
Push all the buttons, it'll work.
Yeah, just exactly. Princess. She is the daughter of said senator that's had all this happening, who was out with her friends at the time it happened. Her Zeke power came through as there was this underground movement that had an MMO that had all the little key signatures in there to try and give everybody a chance to awaken their inner psychic. Before it was shut down, Rabbit's character had awoken some of her gifts. Her friends that she met online would be Elegant Syntax, who plays Atlas, a special individual that looks totally human. Totally human. That's exactly what she is. Totally human. And then we have, and she is our hacker, and then we have Lady Time Lord. I mean, Lady misspelled art, but we all know her as Lady Time Lord. Lady T. Lady T is playing Time Lord. Yeah, she's playing a Time Lord. Yes. No. She is playing Crow, a musician. Her family was interconnected with the Snow family, which is Princess's family. And her family basically are also wealthy elites, as Crow was the best child they could pay for, as she is considered human 2.0 in this universe. Basically a gen-modded child that has all the... Oh my gosh, we have one cat in there. That's just going to start... the cat is there, right? So, and she is a musician, and it was at the concert that all hell broke loose as they all kind of took off. It's very hard to recap everything that happened in that chaos. Again, on my YouTube, we have episode 2.1 available for you. So what had ended up happening by the time we got to this was, let me just make sure we got Fantasy Grounds is going to work. Yes, it did. And let me get the right ones here. Alrighty. And we'll just turn off that Fantasy Grounds for now. No, well, we'll put that on. When we last left our group of adventurers that were trying to make heads or tails out of the total chaos that had been given to them, Jacob was the handler for Princess to make sure she didn't get into trouble. He is a unique individual. He is a fixer, but he's a high-class fixer. He gets all the yuppie fixer things that aren't really a high-risk environment, like the discounts on those good cars or those nice cigars you really like. He's got his connections. So he was the one to keep an eye on Princess, and as it was shown in the last episode, he's a special person. He's not really good for combat. He's just, a go-getter type of guy. But they all ran to his apartment and used it, and didn't check out what was in the closet. But they were utterly horrified by the amount of 80s and pastel colors and glass walls made out of square bricks of glass and all that fun stuff. They decided late in the night to go out of his little condo, which is on the edge of the rich section of town, of the city. They're in the richer section of town. They're kind of on the cusp of it now, as they've decided to go for coffee at a local coffee shop. Elegant Syntax's character, Atlas, is still staying at home, but she can still be there if need be in the virtual environment. And they're all going for coffee. And of course, nothing could go possibly wrong with that, especially as the DM produces a map right now for everybody. And derpy derps of the derp.
There are cars now.
What?
There are cars on the map now.
Yep, there are cars on the map. I know. I had to find some cars, and I'm going to be buying a couple of packs of really cool cars. But these were some free cars that I could find right now and go. So, yes, the streets are less empty. I put the cluster view guys on there. Let me just check my feed to see what the viewers at home are seeing. Because windows everywhere. Not a window to make a good metaphor
How do you
for.
pull up the map?
If you go to actually, what I'm going to do is just share it with you right now. But for future references, the one called Images, that one has our information for you in it. There we go. So we got that, and you guys will probably see it better if I turned it on. There we go. Oh, for the love of crap! Would you guys stop spinning the cars?
I'm trying to fix it. It's bothering me so much.
Stop spinning the cars, all right?
I just wanted to scroll back.
Well, don't scroll over top of a vehicle.
That's what I figured.
The worst part is I just scrolled to zoom in on OBS. So let's just, yeah, exactly. There we go, and we zoom.
Arrow.
Sorry, deleting it.
Oh my God! Stop doing all the button stuffs. All right. All good.
Oh, we're not locked down. Okay.
We're not locked down yet because I want to figure out what you guys are doing. Chaos isn't totally happening yet. But basically, there's the group of you guys. And there's the coffee shop that you're going into. It's a cred bucks, right? So...
Well, the question is...
Oh, Star Creds. What am I...
Sparrow and Princess actually going into the coffee shop? Or is the chauffeur going to the coffee shop?
The whole group of you were just going to go to the coffee shop. You haven't even gotten in the car. You actually walked because it wasn't too far.
Walked.
Yeah. So the question is, that's what you got ahead of you guys there. You have what looks like customers inside and a very happy person on till, as you can clearly see if you zoom in and take a look at that guy. He is very happy to be taking orders right now from people at this time of the night. You can see he's a very happy guy.
I feel like that white square is much bigger than it should be.
What white square?
For the back room.
For the back room?
I just don't see any walls.
Well, you are right against a wall.
Right, but Puma's not. Puma should be able to see that upper right corner, upper left corner, I think.
The upper left corner?
Yeah, the white box.
Oh, that's because it's a private room. You can't, that's basically you got a narrow hallway that goes in, and it's a private room there. It's probably where all the stock and all the information and the coffee beans are kept, That's what that is. Because it's got two doors and a giant glass with a cred, with a Star Creds logo stuck on the glass there, and some of the people here are probably using it for the free Wi-Fi. I don't know. So about 1 a.m. in the freaking morning, you're at a 24-hour coffee shop. It's up to you now to dictate what you want to do. This is really tough. I hope you can handle this pressure I'm giving you.
I mean, I imagine me and Carl were just walking into the coffee shop.
Do it. Throw yourselves in there. There seems to be a makeshift line. A makeshift. Hold on.
I have to do a thing.
Yeah, stop rotating the car. What's going on?
I'm not rotating.
Stop playing with the cars!
All right, so this makeshift line means nothing to me. Apparently.
Mm-hmm.
And I just walk up to the counter, and we'll have blah 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 blah. And
Now, for the rest of the group, feel free to move your characters to try and keep up with Princess. And Crow, don't try to hop on the back of Princess. That's not this type of show. We're not doing that type of show. I'm just saying. All right, so
Didn't mean to.
that's for the after hours private show. All right. And of course, I take it, Hal, that you actually went through the door and not through the window when you entered the building. Okay, that's good. That's good to know. I mean. And Mr. Smith, how are you following suit with this group of people?
Goes through the window.
I take it. Did you enter through? Does everyone enter through the bottom door, or do you? Or,
Yes.
Okay.
That's the way the slide runs.
Oh, I'm just saying. Or Mr. Smith could have gone through the other door. I'm just saying. He could have just popped around the other door. It's just.
Actually, I'm going to here.
Alrighty, you're going to there. Alrighty, Chick.
Keeping-
The corp lady seems to be right now got a few holographic projections in front of her with some numbers and all that kind of stuff on it, and she just seems to be sipping her little cup of liquid, and she's just standing there. The other guy that's kind of standing with his hand on the counter, leaning forward, that is a flamethrower's blast template.
just showing you the direction I'm watching.
Oh, okay, no
Through the
problem.
windows.
You got it. Chad!
Fire.
Is this live or just where is the adjuster replay? Ooh, yeah. Yes, Chad. This is just a replay, but it's one of them cool ones that knows what you're thinking as you type it. Woo, woo, woo. Yeah, this is live, Chad. Good to see you.
Predictive replay.
Predictive replay. That's what it is.
There we
Yes,
go.
yes. Alrighty. So, at that point, you notice the individual that's at the till. And don't get. No, not get. Maybe. Oh, Chad, you was awesome. You was awesome, Chad. I hope you know that. Thank you very much for coming in. So, the individual behind the counter sees you just come in. The worker that was sitting there leaning on the counter right now was contemplating how fresh the muffins from this morning could really be at 1 a.m. in the morning. And he was wondering if he could get some sort of discount. And then you came in and did your order, and he kind of pauses and does that.
They were made fresh this morning.
And the other guy, excuse me, miss. Could you please just
I turn
stand
around, give him this glare, and if I have to, I'll do an intimidation roll. But I also say, "Do not mess with me. You do not know the type of day I've had."
At that point, the guy in the orange hoodie behind you pulls out a little baggie.
Really, with all the cameras, are you stupid?
That was rhetorical, I hope.
It's medicinal.
Sure.
The corporate person is just in her world talking away and all that stuff, and you do hear saying that she does want to. You do pick up, Mr. Smith, you do pick up the casual conversation of Ravenlock being mentioned, as she knows that their stock seems to be going up with the situation, so she wants to make sure that she does end up buying right now while it is still low. And at this point, as you guys are in the coffee shop, the guy doesn't know what to do right now because you're giving him that thing. The guy in the orange sweater doesn't seem to care that much. The guy that is right beside you, the office worker, just kind of looks and goes, "Excuse me, miss. Excuse me. I was here first, and I was having a conversation with this individual. and you can wait your turn, Little Miss Muffet.
What did you call me?
I get my gun unloosed.
I think you are, at this point, maybe a saving grace for him or whatever, but the Global Net News does seem to mention snow. Its holographic display is up for your tap systems. Oh, by the way, besides two new things of the world that you will be familiar with, this is the studio audience. I say studio audience, the people in chat. First off, the tap, which is the built-in computer in everybody. Guys, it actually can be switched off temporarily. It takes 30 seconds to safely shut down your tap, or in combat, it's an action to shut down your tap. And of course, you can't connect to the global web and all that kind of stuff until you reactivate. So if you ever wanted to, or you were panicked, you could do that, is a comment. Secondly, duping does exist, and it's about to be mentioned. That's why I'm telling everyone in the chat about it. Effectively, if you've seen Altered Carbon, that's a good example of it, where your memory, your cortex is uploaded and saved, and at your death can be put into a cloned body of yourself. It starts at 250,000 for the baseline, and if you want up-to-date, instant, every hour type of things, can be 1 million or so. And that type of stuff does exist, but for the higher echelon, and as well as it does have some legal ramifications in certain countries and all that stuff. So that being said, as you're about to probably rip a new one into Mr. Office Worker standing beside you there, Princess, the Global News pops up. And Global Net News. It cannot be denied or confirmed if Senator Alexander Snow was killed or escaped the bombing of his estate. Dubtech dubbing facilities are unable to comment due to the client confidentiality if Mr. Snow's Cortex trigger was activated to create a new body. And at this point, which will bring Crow your attention, as you know, yes, more stuff's going on with Snow, as you see a picture of your father. Pick up. Director Ashfield of Global Defense Interests, and then suddenly the ticker stock goes across the bottom, GDI, it's plus 1.543 currently, held a press conference at the Watcher Summit meeting. And then you see a picture of your father standing there in a podium. He's got a mousy brown hair, warm brown eyes, and he's got a bit of age. You know, he's in his late 40s. Though he's a lot older, he looks like he's in his late 40s, but he's got that well-aged look of a man about him.
Pays for the good buddies.
I am in shock and anger over the attack of trusted friend and business partner Alexander Snow. The whole purpose of this summit with world leaders is to provide protection against those we wrongfully mutated, and those that have awoken within them powered gifts that need to be regulated. Humanity must survive and push forward and not become prisoner of mad science. This act only pushes the need for the RPA to become not only an active act for the North American coalition, but for all nations. Then it cuts back to the Global News Net guy. With the Racial Purity Act hot in the news around the world, and this act only adding to its fuel, creating even stronger rifts in the global community. Wait, we are cutting live to Chancellor Konrad Gerst, who is transmitting an emergency state of the nation address. Translated, he is speaking in German, but the translation is showing up at the bottom of your another hologram, kind of just double layers in English underneath.
Subtitles.
Exactly. And it's in mid-sentence. Of the attack on Senator Snow in the NAC. Germany does not condone this terrorist act, yet sees how its Racial Purity Act has added to the rising conflict. Over 150 years ago, my country was stained by a madman's want for genetic purity, and I shall not see my fatherland be stained once again with these thoughts, and announce that Germany stands against the RPA and is willing to ally with any other nation that wishes to stand with us against the growing new fascism threat. I do not wish to see history repeat itself. And then he just turns and leaves. All these reporters are quickly trying to ask questions. There's flashes. And you cut back to the Global Net news guys. Germany's still recovering from the mass riots and chaos in the wake of Charon, the rogue AI that basically destroyed its economy, and also closing its borders and the approving bailouts for Heckler & Koch, Mauser Industries, BMW, and ThyssenKrupp AG has already gotten the citizens calling for the removal of Chancellor Konrad Gerst. This speech can only increase the split forming within Germany. Dominator Pizza, 30 minutes or less, or it's free. That's the motto for Dominator Pizza. Always has been and always will be. Our delivery specialists go through 13 weeks of extensive training, undergoing the most grueling urban combat and traffic conditions, honing their skills to a monofilament edge before we let them deliver to you the tastiest pizza and food accessories across the sprawl. And that's about the end of the news thing that's going on, guys.
Fabulous.
And the cat went in. Your Highness. Yeah, you're trapped in here right now, guy. Yeah, the door's closed.
So, should I continue with my intimidation roll?
You can, but that was a lot of information that just kind of went flapping on your tab.
Which is why I got my coffee.
Can I, with some information that I have been requested to do, can I perform a hack? I would like to hack the security and the cameras at the coffee shop.
Yes. Target number is 6.
Okay.
Your target number is 6.
Okay, 1 second. I gotta bring up my character again.
Oh, no, 4. The area you're in is a 4, yeah.
One raise.
One raise, yep. Unnoticed, you are now on the feed. Unless you try to alter it, you've got, you're inside the thing. Intimidation, you can make your roll there, Princess, or did you do it?
I also imagine that she was standing like this, ready to lay into him
Yeah.
as the news started, so she just stopped.
I wonder.
I casually walk up behind him.
All right, the guy just clearly pauses. At this point, he looks at you, looks up at the news, looks at you. And fine, if you're just grabbing a drink, I suppose I'll let you butt ahead.
You're so kind, sir.
Right, so as I was saying...
Give me a second. The cat is wrestling with the door here, guys. I'll be back.
I'll proceed to order our 6 coffees.
The guy is probably like, ugh.
Right?
Yep, exactly.
He was probably expecting 1 coffee.
We are back. All right, so at this point, you just notice the guy pause. That's you getting your drink. Looks at you. Looks back up to the news coverage. Hey, ain't you, Mr.
Want to
Snows?
keep your hand attached?
What would you like to drink?
Stu,
Yes.
looking at the moved forward a little bit. I'm taking a look at the office worker or the executive. What is she? Is a executive?
Yep. If you roll over you will get the little. Yeah. If you roll over anybody, that's how I'm doing the names. They seem to work better that way.
Looking at the executive.
Yeah.
Is she making the connection?
Nope, she's too busy. Nope. And she basically says by the time this, if you're now paying attention to her conversation, she says, by the time this summit is done, she's got some inside information knowing that Ravenlock Industries. By the way, Ravenlock Industries, these suits that you've seen that were mentioned in last game are not that uncommon, and I've actually got a picture for you guys.
Yeah.
Where is it?
Just
They are actually used. They are actually used in police situations as well. I'm going to share it with everybody. But that's what they look like, those guys you were up against. But they are basically for corporate police, because there's no real government police anymore. They're all independent offices. Ravenlock Securities is actually the biggest supplier for SWAT teams, riot response, and all that. This is their heavy armor for riot or very rough environments. That's what you guys they've been wearing. But usually
That's what I shot through.
Through the helmet. Yeah. Usually these guys they've got blue and whites or blacks, and they've got the district that they are the police of, or whatever security company logo on them. The guys you were going against had no identifying marks on them. They were just base armor that they were wearing. And to that. There we go. So that's basically what you've got going on there. So... And anyways, she's mentioning the fact that Ravenlock Securities are going to be signing a deal with the Watchers at this summit to supply all weapons and equipment for said further actions. Meaning their stock is going to rise exponentially.
I will forward this information to Atlas.
I also buy stocks.
Oh, hey, I've adjusted all your character sheets. And you can actually now put, stocks, or actually under notes, tell me how much money you wish to invest in stocks, and we will work with that later. But, oops, there we go. Okay, and by the way, Crow, that was your father. That, you haven't really paid attention. He travels around the world a lot with his company. And he's been hobnobbing with other people in other areas, but he just stood up very political right now. And, he probably agreed with Snow's thing, but he actively seems to be quite adamant with his stance on the Purity Act.
Is that normal?
Pardon?
Is that normal?
Her dad was a dick, your dad was a dick. So in the world of dickiness, yes, this is not out of place, but him, quickly, you didn't really know what he did. He just traveled a lot. And now the conference, apparently he's at this conference with world leaders, and it looks like he's trying to pass the Purity Act outside of the coalition. Which has now got Germany angry.
I mean, that's a shocker.
People angry.
Pardon?
Sure, gotta make people angry.
That, and of course, they're still calling it a terrorist act, which so far you guys haven't seen any proof of terrorism, but that's what the media's got right now. Have you finished ordering, miss?
Did we get all 6 drinks?
6 drinks.
Donuts has he got?
Sorry?
How many donuts has he got left?
Lock tokens. Tokens have been locked.
I see.
How many donuts does he have? Well, he does seem to have muffins mostly. Most of the donuts are sold out.
Oh, good. I was going to ask if Princess could, order a dozen donuts.
I would like a dozen donuts.
Just because the other guy was debating how fresh they were, and we buy them all out.
No, that's muffins. He was
Oh, it's the muffins?
He was complaining about the muffins. Yeah, it was just, And,
We
yeah.
can't buy all the muffins.
No, you can't.
Just buy all the muffins.
Actually, I can buy all the muffins.
Just to piss him off. Solves the question about how fresh they are. There, you got no muffins to buy. Go away.
Just buy them and throw them on the ground.
So elegant syntax. Atlas has gotten herself in the grid. So an order's going in. So effectively what looks like... So what the progress has been is Princess came in, paused for the news report, then went and spilt her order, and then literally everyone around her started poking her on the shoulder for their orders. So she was doing their orders, and now there's an order for muffins, and now she's talking about all this important stuff's going on. When you get your camera feeds coming in, and I wonder if I can share it with just you. Images. Blue overlay. Oh my god, that is so huge. You guys are like, what the hell did he just do? And I don't even know. Give me a second. All right, Fantasy Grounds. This is really cool. You go like this, then we go like this, and we resize horizontally. Ba-bang! And can I share... What's this? Can I select? Nope, nope, nope. All right. Sharing. Share sheet. Sync client view. Lock client view. Preload image. All right, well, we're going to share this sheet with you guys. This is the schematics of the general area that she was able to pull up. Technically, the only person that's privy to this is Atlas and Mr. Smith because she was trying to forward information to him. This entire network is on one grid, so you've gotten more than just the...
Awesome.
Yep. But so far you haven't tampered with anything.
No, but I could see it. What are the little icons? Do I know what those
On the
mean?
very bottom, yeah.
Okay.
Pressure
Oh, yeah, I see it.
sensors, cameras are most of the obvious ones. The doors have pressure sensors. There's a lock on the private room, and you've got a camera outside looking one direction. The camera looks down the two sides, and then the one camera inside the store looks right down the store area there. There is a blind spot and a few spots on that, and then you got it. And I need you to continue working. Roll any other type of actions. You gotta let me know what you would like to do, if anything, for that. But you've gotten yourself in. You guys don't all need this grid. But...
I guess I can just do this here.
Yep. Oh, also, if you right click, and the one at the 1 o'clock position is called minimize, you can make it a little pog. You just got to remember what that pog is on your desktop. That's all. So you can go like boop, and now it's a little token that you have. And by the way, chat can see the private whispers going on right now. Soak in the DM. All right.
Not now. Just...
So, miss, are you serious? I could try and tally up the muffins if you want to buy them all. At that point, the worker, really? Did you just wake up a bitch, or are you always a bitch?
Oh no. Oh
You're-
no.
Hal reaches down and unsnaps his. Hal, knowing Princess and the way the guy talked to him, Hal just reaches down, unsnaps his sidearm, like, okay, here we go.
By the way, Ellie, as you're wandering around and hacking, does Atlas look in the closet that no one wanted to look into?
Well, I assume she's using her computer, so she's not really wandering around the house, and she's probably mostly munching on whatever the snacks were that she found.
All right.
Did we leave anything on that would have given her the news feed? Because I don't suspect the security cameras.
To be honest, you've probably got you have a couple little apps that are giving you little important feeds, and especially after the chaos that went on.
Twitter's all about.
Exactly. So you've gotten that right now. The buzz is all about the Chancellor and his stance against the Northern Coalition, the NAC.
Okay. Also, I realize I'm not wealthy enough to buy stocks in anything, so dreams shattered. Like, I would have to make my own company.
Wait, how much is this stocks? What's the base value of each stock?
87.
87. All right, I'm gonna put down.
You don't know any of this.
A lot.
You're too busy ordering. Sadly, you know nothing of this. The person with the most money don't know shit.
I feel like I would be getting a text message
Wait,
from
what's that?
someone.
Is it only 87? Because I do have like some money.
There you go. It's 87 a share right now.
Okay. Let me do some math here.
I would even have a discretionary fund just for her to use in these kind of events.
No. You can't put this up together now.
Well, let's see. What kind of mood am I in? Oh, all right. I guess I'm slapping him.
You slap the guy.
I slapped him. Yeah.
All right.
Office worker 54.
Slap. Now, if you're just slapping him,
Just slap. I'm
Yeah.
not trying to do serious damage.
I was about to say slap, snap of the neck, drops dead. Woo! Okay, you're just having a day with heads today, aren't you? You blew one head off the shoulders, and all right. So you slap him. At this point, the guy just looks and he goes, "You, sir, have lost a customer. This is abhorrent," and he just leaves. He is just walking right, not through the glass. Excuse me. He is just walking with anger out of the store. Walking with anger out of the store. You don't have to buy the muffins now if you don't want. He's gone.
No, I'm going to pass, but I'm going to buy this wonderful gentleman a coffee.
What just happened? Why do I have half of it, Rabbit?
Why do you have half of it, Rabbit?
Yeah, your screen's all... What happened?
Oh,
We lost,
ladies.
we lost Lady Misspelled Art.
Yeah.
Oh, no, because what happened, lady? Lady? Hopefully she'll come back. Is she still... Hopefully, all of a sudden you shifted half over right now. Yeah.
So, like, if I did this, does it fix it? Or am I going the other direction?
I have half of you. Oh, there we go. Oh, Lady T has lost connection.
Maybe we try this way.
Oh, hey, there we go. We got half your head in there. How you? Hey. Because if I adjust you, as soon as she comes back in, so we've got half of you. How you doing there? Hopefully we figure out what's going on there in a sec. We've lost connection. But he leaves. He that guy leaves in anger. It's just, there's only so much I can take before I go back to work and take it for a paid salary.
I would like to basically...
If someone could do a quick Discord message for me, just to check on her.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Wow, Rabbit, you're like way over on your camera again.
Well, he has to be to fit on the screen of my thing right now.
Oh, okay.
Because we lost the camera. That's the whole conversation we were talking about.
It's really hard to type this way.
She's offline on Discord at the moment.
Ooh, she could have lost her entire
Might
connection.
have been a feed loss, yeah.
Any storms in your area? I'm going to adjust your thing right now, Puma. I mean, sorry, not Puma. You're all good. You're perfect. You're perfectly lined up. I'm just saying, Puma. All right, Rabbit, we're going to adjust yours because I know as soon as I adjust, you can start sitting back normal. Because I know as soon as I adjust yours, she'll come back, and then we'll dang it. All right.
Here.
What the heck did you just do? Oh, okay, wait.
I flipped the table.
Oh, I got you. I wasn't ready for that. I'm like, what did you just do? All right. All right. Alright. I'm gonna make you bigger, better, faster. The new VitRabbit 2.8. Not available in some countries. I have to get West Virginia out of my head. I don't even own the song. All right. So what we're gonna do now is Crow's a little bit in shock about seeing her dad. So hopefully she's there, so she doesn't tell you anything more than her drink order. So,
Does
yes.
she take her drink when I hand it to her?
Yes, she does. Yes,
Fabulous.
she does. She's slowly disappearing into NPC status at this moment.
Am I noticing her issues?
No, technically, she's still standing there, and she's all good.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, hopefully, we'll see.
She's responding now.
Oh, she is cool. So hopefully, we'll be back on track here.
Her router got unplugged on accident, so she'll be back in a second.
Okay. All right. So this guy isn't too happy that you just jumped in, the barista here. But then again, it looks like he hasn't had that much of a good day. All right.
All right. I'll buy this guy, the store clerk, a coffee because I'm nice like that.
You're going to
And
buy the
I'll
store
tip-
clerk. Oh, the store clerk that's next to you.
Right. And then I'll tip the barista whatever we're paying for all the drinks.
So 100. You're doing 200%, or 100. Sorry, you're doing 100%.
I'm doing 100%, yeah.
Yeah, 100% tip. All right, he shut the fuck up. Gives you all your muffins. Did you still order the muffins or
No,
not?
I did not buy the muffins.
Okay.
I no longer need the muffins.
Muffins, no problem. That'll be 100. That'll be 100 credits altogether
All right.
for the order. A nice even 100. That's with tip. So it was like 50. If it was a $50 order, kind of cheap for the coffee shop.
I would like to gain control of pretty much all of the cameras outside of the coffee, like in and outside of the
All
coffee
right.
shop.
Your hack, for some reason, has gone up to a 6. There's an underlying torrent going through the cameras.
Okay.
Which is not normal. There's another software program running along these cameras right now.
Facial recognition.
It's thank you, facial recognition program. Somebody's got a facial recognition program going through all the cameras right now. Apparently, it has already sent data packets back because it's been able to grab certain faces that it was looking for. So you're basically seeing the tail end of the packages being delivered wherever.
Can I run a trace on those as well as
Target number is 8. There is a coded wall that you're going against.
What about her raise?
This is somebody
she had
else's
a
stuff.
6 on the last roll. Target didn't get a raise.
Oh, right.
Unable to get the trace on there, but you can tell that there's somebody with good hacking that's they've created a little bit of a defensive engram, which is like the little programs that's creating a little barrier wall for you, and literally you're getting the kind of thing coming up.
Can I loop the feed?
Looping wouldn't do anything right now. They've already delivered the packets. The best you could stop.
Yeah, but it would basically stop them from.
Oh,
sending-
you mean loop the camera feed?
Yeah.
Gotcha. That would be a 6, and it's a 6 or an 8. 6 is just doing it. 8 is trying to conceal it from the other person that might be in this network.
Okay.
So if you get one, you've got it. If you got the other, you're able to hide the fact that you're starting a loop feed.
I've got that perfect loop.
Song out of head. All right, so you've got that. Do you inform Mr. Smith of what's just going on?
I do. I let him know that some data packets managed to get out with some facial recognition information, but I also let him know that the camera feeds are presently looping.
Okay. All right. And we get nothing moving outside.
I will say that even though it's not shown on the map, there are a few individuals.
Yeah.
We're in a bit of a higher class area, so literally you've got some nice dressed people just heading to their cards, leaving establishments. Most of the shops on the other side, they have no lights on. They're all day shops that are now, it's 1 a.m., so they're done. So you don't have any homeless people that much in this area. They're all racked up and shoved into a truck and driven down to Atlas's part of town. But no, it's like...
I also
Please
wanna,
step inside. Free
use one of
whiskey.
the
Free
non-moving-
whiskey. They're inside. Like a little dump truck. Beep, beep. All the homeless people. They said there'd be whiskey. All right, so.
I also want to use one of the cameras that I'm not setting to loop that's on the exterior looking towards the shop. I want to use that there just to monitor, like, see
Yep.
anything.
You are now the eyes. There you go. Alrighty. And Mr. Smith, do you do anything with your information that you now possess? And what did you order? Because you're an android. You didn't order it.
I ordered him regular coffee because he wasn't going to drink it, but I want to make him look normal.
Oh, okay. I have to admit that he isn't looking like a Nick Valentine from Fallout 4.
Right.
So.
But we're all here ordering coffee.
Oh, I know. He doesn't look like that, but yes, I can.
He'll do the Gibbs drink.
We walked here, right?
Yep, you walked here.
Okay. Step forward to go up and sort of up to Princess and Crow, and just go up and go. We might be wanting to leave now.
Hal, do you speak German?
No.
You've just suddenly got German crackled on your tap. For some reason, you've just gotten yourself German. Basically, you picked up a short-ranged communication. Somehow, on your tap, you've just gotten somebody make a brief comment in German. It didn't sound like it was directed at you, but you're not too sure, and you've heard a second voice now say something in German.
It seems very strange about your tap.
Smarts roll for you, Hal. Lady T has connected. We have one part of her there. And soon, Rabbit.
Welcome back.
Hey, you can tell she's back because now Just stay where you are, Rabbit. We got this. We control the vertical. We control the horizontal. Literally. Ooh, that's so good for me centering your face right now,
Yeah,
Rabbit.
I was just doing it.
I know. There we
Sorry
go.
about that.
No problem. It adds to the cyberpunk feel, all these glitches. Alrighty. That being said, giving you an update, Mr. Smith, effectively, you just were waiting for your drink to be delivered, Crow, and now Mr. Smith just kind of leans into the two of you, saying that you might want to leave. We might want to get ready to leave soon. And Hal, you've got a bit of German going on. So your smarts was a 4, which is good enough. It's one of your coded channels. Somehow, somebody is using one of your coded channels. The only coded channel you still have is for Bara corporations. So somebody is using an old coded channel from a corporation that you served with in the Corporation Wars.
Yeah. I'm gonna relay this to Mr. Smith. I'm picking up some chatter. I don't understand. It's in German.
You can also give him the frequency, the code, basically the
Yeah.
frequency.
I'm gonna give him the frequency. It's just, but this Bara Corporation, they don't exist anymore. They're so why somebody's using this channel frequency, I'm not sure. But this is the channel frequency She can
Now,
tune into it.
how, like, where you're positioned on the map right now, do you move to him to basically, actually, Mr. Smith, where were you moving? You were moving, like,
We
about
had
here?
moved
I
up
just
to
would have stepped up
them.
and talked to them.
Yeah, so if you're stepping there, actually, this guy's got his drink and he's heading out now. So you could have been standing right here. And then you don't have to go that far. Stay there. Stay.
Wouldn't
Yeah,
he have
I-
just used his sub-vocal communication device?
Oh, crap. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's got that.
because Mr. Smith and I
Derpy,
have
derp.
the-
Yeah, derp. Yeah. Everybody just step. All right, there we go.
Yeah, because Mr. Smith and I have that
Yep.
extra gear that
Special relationship.
tap Team Link.
That's what they like to call it. That's what the kids are calling it these days, huh? Team Link. I got you. All right. There we go.
And of course,
Okay.
I recognized right away that it was off from that Bar Corporation,
Yeah, Barra.
Barra Corporation.
Defunct
frequency.
comms? Okay. Yeah, if it's unused comms, anybody you worked with makes sense. They'd use one they're familiar with. It's not going to be monitored.
Sadly,
Well, that-
because of your
Hal.
Hal, sadly, the reason you're traumatized is you're kind of the last surviving member of anybody on that unit. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty.
Of course, that's where I lost my hand too.
Yep. That So we're almost. No, blood everywhere, gunshots, almost. But you're holding cool. You're getting that little flashback thing happening. Almost.
Well, especially
Think
when
in
my
Russian.
tap
Sorry,
started going off.
this is ancient reference. All right.
When my tap started going off, I probably got a little shaken there.
Mhm.
You know.
Spirit roll for you, Puma. For Hal. 5. All right, you are slightly creeped out. Now, you don't know if this is just because you're freaked out about what's going on, but the one voice in German does sound familiar, but you've never heard that person speak in German. It just seems to have one of the officers in your unit. It sounded a bit like him, but
Your entire unit was set up.
so effectively, one of the voices in German. Now, like I said, it could just be your mind wandering, coming up with phantoms or whatever. But at the same time, he never spoke German, so that's the one thing. It's like,
Right.
So, and you've got Mr. Smith. What are you doing? By the way, do you want a tray, Princess, for all the drinks?
that's
Send
what
a quick
Hal's for.
com- There was a message sent to Atlas. I don't know if she can do it or not.
I would like to try.
I don't even know if the circle I drew showed up on yours or not.
There is a circle on my map.
Yeah.
And
it
for
was
the
supposed to
studio,
include the
yes, let's take a
camera as
look
well.
at it.
I was trying to cover the camera as well, but that burst doesn't.
Oh, okay, for that.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Effectively, the little gun icon means it's got a weapon detector at the door. And there's a code, motion sensors by the door, and cameras.
camera.
Yeah. So you're trying to get that little section?
Yeah, I'll just basically like to
Just
falsify
knock
the
them out.
information.
Yeah.
If I can shut them down, or ideally, my ideal scenario would be getting them to just basically sort of like the rest of the cameras loot.
No problem. Target number is 4 again. There isn't the underlying pressure.
And is there a lock on that door or not?
Yes.
Then the lock would be included.
Yep. 6. Yep. You're able. You have control of that little area.
Okay, so I make the cameras loop their feeds. I make the sensors just constantly unable to report anything other than everything's A-OK. And same with all the other sensors.
I just had a Lego movie moment when you said that. Everything is awesome when you're part of a team. All right. So yeah, everything is.
Actually, since I'm doing that, I'll also give her an idea where I'm looking to end up.
You can draw on the map there if you want. Hal, what about you, man? First off,
Looking at going.
are you monitoring the German now, even though you are talking to Atlas? I do believe you got dual processing, which allows you to multitask. We laugh. It's a geeky. It's true! He's a freaking robot! simple things. He can double task. So, are you listening to the German? And do you speak German again? I think you did, or you had the babble, one or the other.
I do have German.
You do have German, yeah.
Yes.
Effectively, they're trying to see who is in the area.
That's sort of the route I'm looking at taking for us. So if you want to pump ahead with any information there,
What route? I don't see.
as far as for Alice's information
What did you put that on the big map?
on the blue,
On the blue map? Nothing has come up on the blue map.
because drawing doesn't work then.
Yeah, drawing doesn't work. Just overlay
Okay.
stuff. Yeah.
Overlay stuff.
Which in this game, the overlays, all you can really do is draw an arrow because they've changed it so you can draw the burst templates for your
Yep.
grenades and weapons.
So we're doing it there. Then we're looking to go there. Looking go that way. And then with luck we can make it down that corridor and out.
Okay. Yeah, and in German, basically what's being said is they're seeing what teams are in the area as they're describing this location as they're trying to get a team here as soon as possible.
So whenever I get the opportunity, I'd like to do what I need to do to make sure that that path is clear and that all sensors and stuff like that there report nothing but everything is A-okay.
Yeah. And once we're past, just set them back to normal so nobody knows.
I don't mind leaving them broken.
Well, if they're broken, it leaves a trail.
I don't.
You're going to basically you've got the first area covered. You're going to need a 6 for the lock system to the private back room. This is just a cosmetics store. Basically, everything from lipstick to digital tattoo pacing and digital makeup and all that as well. So that's what you got in that shop there. Yes, princess. Because Yep, same thing. And yes, that means you do have access to stock information. I forgot that. But that might be out of your mind right now.
Probably.
Hal, is your drone airborne or not?
My drone, no.
Your hand drone, can it go airborne or not?
No, it's like a spider.
Okay.
Or thing.
So that's creepy. Your hand pops off your arm and starts crawling around like a spider.
Yep.
Like thing.
Yeah.
I don't use it that much because I've got my
Little ball?
iBorg, my
Yeah.
little gumball one that I can use to do the scouting now. So
Any cars out there you can take over at this point?
oh yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm thinking I could probably.
Based on the security systems, you would be looking at 6s for your hack, and that would you'd be needing a 6 hack to try and get into a system of the car.
Yeah, then I probably can't because my iBorg only has a D4 to roll for.
Still has a chance, depending on because you still get exploding dice. and
We get the
stuff.
free 6 as well to get the die 6 boost on it.
But
as well.
they basically since that wasn't your strongest suit, it's like, and your if any of them have your type of setup, that actually works against you because the bonuses you get for your vehicle, they'd get that bonus for their vehicle because it's not linked to you. But for just generic unlocking, getting the doors done and all that. Now,
I can't unlock one for him, can I?
now your hand could act as a relay for Atlas. You could place your hand on a vehicle, and that would be a direct contact, reducing the target numbers for Atlas to hack that whatever vehicle is your hand's detection. Without even removing, you could remove your hand and send it off to find a car, or you could literally lean on a car and just hope its car alarm doesn't go off. But you could use your scouting robot as a in between for Atlas, which is that's something I just realized now. That
using my Borg or my hand?
which one has the
Borg.
hacking? Which one has the hacking bonus?
The Borg.
The Borg?
The hand has lock picking.
Oh, okay. That's
But the
lockpicking
Borg
can
has
still be used. And all of a sudden, we see him walk up to the car. His hand gets close to it, and suddenly you have a close up on one of them old brass lock things, and a little bobby pin goes in, and you start A and W keys.
Skyrim style.
Exactly. It's like it's all high tech, but we're still using bobby pins. Sorry. But no,
your Borg has the hacking.
Yeah, whatever Borg has the hacking is what would be needed for the link, and you just have to direct it and get it close. But once it's close, it's considered as if Atlas was actually standing there. So you can actually be Atlas's
physical proxy.
Exactly, physical proxy. That's the fancy words, which is cool. Dude,
Right. Oh,
and you could actually use the lock-picking set just to pick
ball thing. So I mean, it's hard for people to see.
Oh yeah. The other thing is, though, Puma, you could just use the lockpicking set on them and just try to pick the digital. Like, it's not just physical lockpicks. It's actually would be some of the digital coding lockpicking as well that's involved with that kit. So you could also use your hand to try and unlock a car, which involves no hacking. So those are your options right now, Hal.
I think if we can actually hack into the car, Atlas would may be able to code the car to my vehicle control interface. And then I'd have control of the car over, you know what I'm saying?
Say again. I almost forgot. Yeah.
If we can hack
steal
the car,
yeah,
instead of just lock picking it, we can hack the car, then Atlas can maybe program the car to my vehicle control interface.
Yep, exactly. That could work too. And then boom.
I can't do that if we just, we can pick the lock and use the car, but
you could just drive the car normally. I mean, you.
Yeah, but I like my vehicle control interface. It gives us benefits.
Doesn't that leave a footprint though?
Well, not if
No,
it's
he's using
car.
his head. He's not using his foot. Sorry, I know what you're saying.
Wow, that's his name. Who did we hate from that one game?
Oh God, the guy in the prison cell.
Thomas.
Thomas. Hello, Thomas.
Hey, I just showed up for this game, and I'm the smarter one of my brothers. I'm sorry.
All right, so I'm gonna pull out my iBorg and drop it on the ground and let it run off.
Again, I picture it as a mini
Go
version
on
of the
it.
thing in Division. You know,
And
the clerk. By the way, the clerk. He is gone. Dude,
I'm gonna whisper in Crow's ear that we might be having some fun soon.
Also, it should be noted that the channel, Hal, that you had only had about a 10-mile radius max. So that means they are within 10 miles, which if they've got any type of VTOL access, they could be here pretty fast.
Mm-hmm.
If they're on vehicle, you've got 10 to 15 minutes, easy. But because it's late at night, these streets aren't that bad for a vehicle. But if it's VTOL, it's literally as the crow flies. How do you fly, crow? Sorry.
okay, we're gonna do a stealth move here from my iBorg.
Yep. Go for it. Dun 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 dun. Is he singing his own theme song? All right.
It's not very stealthy when you sing your own theme song.
See, the amazing thing is that it was singing its own theme song and no one noticed.
Wow, that's a 9 I just saw. Yep, he's out the door. We need a little icon for our little ball. What's its movement? Does it state?
Pace is 4.
4, so basically it doesn't matter at this point, but we're going to put a little token on the map for our guy. What do we have? Cyberpunk tokens.
Which car do we want? The
drone.
blue one down on the bottom?
Blue one's a nice looking one. It's
All
pointing
right.
that way.
I hate to say this. This does not. No, I don't have a ball. I have a drone. I have an icon for a drone. All right.
So pull out the D&D pogs and just get a beholder.
No.
It's not wrong. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know. It is kind of, no.
The digital beholder, but it's just very tiny.
It's like one of the little minis.
Oh my God.
It's a mini-me.
XCOM 2 flashbacks. Alrighty, so I just lost everything. Tokens, letter tokens. We're just going to do, yes, that's right, everybody. We're just going to do, we're going to use the letter O for its, oh, look how cute it is. Oh, and we can even make it smaller. Ooh, oh, there it is, itty bitty little ball.
So itty bitty.
Itty bitty.
Yeah.
I can't make it real size because I'd lose track of it on the map. There we go. Hello, Kelly. Alrighty. So, basically, we're not really worried about how fast it's moving at this point. But where are you sending it? Which vehicle?
The blue one on the bottom.
Well, okay. All right.
This blue one down here.
So you're going down to this one. Doop. Yep.
Yep.
Alrighty. So it can literally roll right under it. And
Then I'll let Atlas know where it's at. Link her up to it.
now I think because you have had contact in the back, she's gotten the IP and all the information for your little Borg that you share with her. Because this is probably, you can't see the vehicle. You can just see the work of it. And it's got one of the MagTech security systems on it. Its target number is 10 to hack into. Whatever vehicle he's chosen right now has a really high quality protection firewall.
Yeah, I got another way we can get that vehicle if that's the case.
So I just let him know. I'm like, this might take me a while. It's gonna be tough.
Okay.
7. At this point, there is one raise for the security system. You don't know how many raises it will take until the system is activated. It could be 2 raises and the system is activated. And you know that these can have lethal countermeasures to any hackers.
Yeah, Atlas, can you piggyback the exec's phone and get the unlock code for her car?
That might be a little bit easier.
I'm betting that's probably her car.
Most likely.
Looking at these other cars.
Yeah, just hack her phone and bleep, activate the unlock.
Apparently there is vertical parking on these streets now for some of these vehicles. I just noticed that now.
Well, I mean, if they've got like flying cars.
Well, these are all hover at best, like hover with wheels. But yeah.
I do. After that little hiccup, I do take that advice and start trying to see about the exec's phone or the exec's.
Hey,
She's been on it constantly, so
she's constantly on the phone, but it too has MagTech security fingerprint, which is a target number of 8 for her phone.
But is her phone currently unlocked because she's using it?
No, that's why it's an 8 and not a 10.
Okay.
I was about to say it's an 8 and not a 10.
got a firewall.
This is the highest. Yeah, this is the firewall you're going against right now.
I'm okay with that.
In the meantime,
Holy crap! Oh my god! Oh my
the
38!
entire phone.
You have
At the
full
same time, can I link
access.
all of her stocks to my.
Yes, with that roll, you could. You can right now.
I take everything that's on her phone. Literally everything.
Alrighty, everything.
Not for that.
Unlock the car first.
And I do unlock the car.
You mean your car?
Yeah, my
Because you've
car.
now got the ownership.
Yeah. Yeah, it's my car. I just unlock it.
Yep. Doors
What's your
on.
new pad like?
I don't know.
Where do
I,
you live?
I probably just upgraded like my whole.
Now the only problem is you've got literally you're in there now. Taking a fact, as soon as stuff's being hacked or whatever, proper
Yeah.
things. But right now, so even if you do grab stocks, where are you going to send it? Because they'll probably
Because
track
that'll-
it down,
yeah.
and you know what I mean.
I just keep a copy of like everything there. I don't actually move.
She
any
mentioned
stocks.
she had insider information. There's an entire folder full of stock insider information.
Yeah, I copy. I clone everything. I clone.
Put
the
that down.
entire-
You have stock insider information. We'll work on that for later on for game mechanics of what bonuses you might get with that, because it won't last long. It only lasts for a little bit, and then you do have access to the car. Taking its ownership might be an issue, but making a copy of the ownership.
Yeah. I mean,
You can basically she still has her ownership, and if she calls
knew
it
where the car was, she could open it. But
correct, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And also, if she reports it stolen, your ownership will come into
becomes invalid.
exactly. Yep.
But
Student loan payment.
at this point, with access to the car, I pretty much just replace everything in the car. Do I have full access to the car now?
Yep. What are we doing with that?
I'm basically setting.
No,
up-
sorry. Who is moving the? Is that?
That's not me.
No, you moved the drone, and the movement indicator was still on it.
Oh, I got you. All right. Yeah, it's gone now. All right.
But I basically set up the car to
Yep. Car is ready for you
respond
guys.
to all of us.
Yep. Do.
I let you guys know we have a new car.
Oh boy.
It's exciting.
Alrighty.
Like brand new car.
It's very, very new from what I can tell.
All right. Now that you're inside, by the way, you can. It does have optional wireless, so you can set it up without
Yeah.
any real rolls for Hal. So Hal, you'll be able to get your bonuses on this blue Sportster.
Yeah, I do the full setup for.
I'm looking at the car and I just have a hard time imagining all of us fitting in that car.
It's a 4-seater, but the people in the back 2 seats.
Face each other.
No, they'll just be tight in there.
That's fine.
They'll be tight in there. The passenger seat and the driver's seat, no issues. So yeah, it's how we get in the cars next. Hal's got his seat guaranteed.
And what do we do with our robot that we have too?
That's
the robot's with me in
He's
the
back
apartment.
at the apartment. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like right now there's only 4 of us over here in the coffee shop because Atlas isn't even
nope.
with us. Like we could take off in this car, but we'll have to come back and get Atlas.
Well, I might just need to meet you somewhere.
And where you going is the next question.
My place. Nobody will find us there.
Yeah, it's
I'm
true.
gonna.
I don't think we can drive a car that nice.
I'm gonna leave the meeting real quick and come back. I'm having issues.
Okay. Hopefully it'll pop back into that spot.
So while they were hacking the vehicle and such, I was going to try and get Princess
Sorry.
and Crow and see if we can start moving. Since as far as I knew, the camera systems outside the store were all grabbed already.
Yep.
I was going to try and get
Move
into
them.
that store across the road.
Going into so the car is a backup, but we're not going there yet.
The car. I was going to ask Hal if he can get the car either down to the south side of the road by the other back alley, or the far end of that alley.
If you take a look
We'll go
at
through the store and come out the back door.
I'm just going to do.
Gets us off cameras, then we can leave.
There we
without
go.
being on
I
camera.
basically drew a circle where I'm thinking you want the car parked, right?
Yeah, that way we can get off cameras
Yep.
and we can leave. Off
You might have to move your map around a little bit, Puma, to see where he's. That's where he is on the main map.
Yep, I see it.
Yeah. So basically, once the car there.
Yeah, that way we leave and we're not being observed by camera systems as we leave.
Okay. So my little iBoard comes back to me.
Yep.
So then I'm carrying it, make my way.
Yeah, because with that comms that you picked up, I just would prefer to get targets out of here.
He accidentally hacked Vit Rabbit as well. The roll was that good. Yep, you have no issues. Ooh, look at that. You went through the door. I'm proud of you. You figured out how to use a door. Well done. All right.
And right there into the driver's seat.
By the way, you notice that this vehicle has emergency tires, but it's currently just hovering off the ground a little bit. And also, one thing that can be confirmed by Atlas is its hover system is a Pegasus engine system, which does allow VTOL, and that's the skill set you're going to have to use for this particular vehicle.
Piece of cake. I get a +2 in that, too,
Yep.
from my piloting.
So you can actually go vertical with this sucker. Its default is hover, but when you transfer over to VTOL, it's a different skill set. The controls change, but in your case, they don't have to change because it's up in your head. More communications are coming across on that channel. The voice does sound hauntingly like a corporal that was part of your squad. And in German, Mr. Smith, they say that their ETA is basically what it sounded like in German, that they're on the position now is what they're saying. So we're now breaking down into combat rounds, yet no sign of trouble's coming yet, though, Mr. Smith, you're aware that stuff's going on. So on that note, let me just bang, ba-ding, and I think everything is invisible. Alrighty. And wow, Barista's got an initiative. Oh no, he's just there. Ah, screw you guys. I can remove the clerk. He's gone. And I can remove that very annoyed worker. Alrighty. So
That's really a wrong direction.
bing, everybody. Oh, you're not here. Sorry, guys. Don't want to fool you. Boop. There we go. He was part of that group. Is that announcing literally in chat for you guys? Or is it just
dealing cards?
And that's all it says for you guys?
Yeah.
Oh. And at that point, I quickly go to my chat. And oh, wrong one. Uh-oh. Damn it. You still see part of the map. Alrighty. We got sync. There we go. For now. Okay. Yes, because it was saying, as a DM, it was letting me know who was happening with what. So that's that. I'm going to go to next person. And Mr. Smith.
Yes.
Your movements, by the way, people, are located is your pace on your character sheet. That is the number of inches, in a way of speaking, on this map that you can go. Their system's kind of unique that way. So you would have one more inch to move after your action.
All right.
Or you could do it. Yeah.
The girls that we're heading to the store across the road. We need to move now.
And that's it for your action? Do you move one more square or not?
Stay there.
Oh, you are going to stay there?
Waiting till they start moving.
So you want to? Do you wish then to delay your action? You've done that. Bring princess. You've got the drinks. You haven't touched them. The drinks are in front of you. You're waiting for someone else to probably pick them up, except for your own drink. You probably have your own. Wait, am I talking? Is Vit Rabbit there? Before I go any further.
Yeah.
Yes, good.
I don't know
Cool.
how long.
Okay, what's is it Storm? Is it just router?
It's my PC. I think it's taking a.
Is it a battery on your? Is it because you're on the laptop? You're not at home, right?
Correct.
Alrighty.
Give me just a hot second.
I'm trying to find my. Okay, let's just see if I can turn that back on. That Zoom. There we go. We got you back on Zoom. At least.
He's working with the plugs or something.
Well, we have a static image of you on Zoom. Oh, I see what's happened. Somehow I've done that. There we go. And now we go back. There we go. And
Oh, that's not a good thing.
apparently everything's frozen now. We're just gonna go to the intro here, and we're gonna go back, and we've lost Zoom altogether. So, how's everyone doing this evening? This is a
Wait,
beautiful.
what happened?
I've lost blip. There we go. We just suffered a blip vert. There we go. Hey, there's another one. Let's try turning it on and turning it back off again. We have somehow lost.
I'm just gonna do a hard reboot.
All right. Won't really affect us that much. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with my Zoom. All right. Actually, what I'm probably gonna have to do then is go Zoom for each one of these, and that's properties, and go done. Why am I glitching out, yo?
Good Rabbit's own problems is starting to do it on you.
That's it, guys. We're don't do it.
And so the takeover begins.
We are
Not me. Okay, I've got to roll really good now to save us.
alrighty. This is awesome. How close are we for having a break? Oh, we're not even close for that. All right, give me a second, guys. I don't really know what's going on.
I think I made somebody really angry.
Properties for Zoom. We're getting glitch hiccups. We got just hacked the entire game. Okay, here's that awesome intro, guys. Oh, and nothing. No. All right. Wow. Zoom, I hate you. I don't know what's going on, guys. We've lost Zoom.
On OBS?
OBS, yeah. OBS is now really cool intro. Yeah, if you haven't seen it all the way through, yeah, that's my little intro. It's yeah. Is there a refresh on OBS here?
All the technical difficulties are happening today.
Yep, exactly. Well, this is so realistic. All right, so rename, filters, duplicate. What do you have under properties? Is there?
What if you just stopped and restarted Zoom entirely?
Oh my god, genius. All right, guys, we're going to do that. We are going to what's that?
It means you got to put all faces back in the proper spots
Well,
again.
they should,
You're going to have to do
in
it anyway.
theory, fall back into place nicely. All
So
righty.
it might be easier just to shut down the Zoom we have and restart it again.
Yep. All right, guys. We're going to put this... We're going to go to studio mode. And... derp. And... go like this. It's working. It's working. Ladies and gentlemen, it seems to be starting to work now as everyone's coming back. But I think we're all over this plot.
I think you may have to reslot everybody, but at least you get the pictures back.
Oh, okay, that's what went wrong. There we go. Alrighty. And... gang. Alright, so everyone's back. Renset, you might want to turn your camera off because I don't know what spot is what right now. If you're having the bad hair day.
No.
You're cool? Alright.
The cat was better, that's all. A cute picture of a cat's better than the picture of my mug.
Oh, and it's not working anymore, guys.
Eventually, if you give me a character description of your character, I'll have that ready for you.
More or less what's showing up on the board, really.
I still like to have it written down so that I don't forget what it looks like.
Okay. Why? Zoom, it was there for a second, and then, boop, it was gone again. Zoom.
So it's not there again?
Properties for Zoom. Capture a specific window. I want you to grab the Zoom exe window. Just do it. And wait, match title, the same thing. I'm getting like hiccups. It's like I can see it going like it's drunk or something. Go home, Zoom. You're drunk. I'm getting like little glitches. Windows must match. Nope, doesn't do it. Match title. No. OBS. Why are you doing this to me? What about this? What's this one? Oh, scan resolution. All right, that's what it is.
Ellie, look what you did. Your hack was too good.
That's it. You just hacked the universe. There we go. Use anti-cheat.
I'm assuming this is the counter hack.
Yeah, this is the that's it. Okay, you have got all right. We just go done, and yeah, because I got that hiccup. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to shut down the stream and reboot OBS. Please stand by. We are suffering technical difficulties. Please stand by. And in the meantime, how about some great music to listen to? There's a linky to the soundtrack to this broken game. We'll be back in just a second.